You may start. Thank you.
So in the project, actually, the idea is to design a ring oscillator, okay, with the basic inverter that we already simulated last time in the first CAD session. So we already used HSpice to simulate the inverter. Today, the idea is to place an odd number of inverters with a feedback of the last output connected to the first input and simulate the ring oscillator. We'll do different types of simulations. We will do the first one together during this session. The first one, we will have a chain of 7 inverters, and we will try to sweep the supply voltage VDD from 1 to 1.8 and see to check the effect on the delay, total delay, the frequency, and the maximum power consumption. So if you download the material, if you go to the project module on Moodle, please, and download the HSpice material, save it on your desktop on VLabs, and we will do the first simulation of the .sp file, which is ring-oscillator.sp. So in the library, it's called ring_oscillator.sp.
Okay, so Sami, if you want to download it, you may need to log into Moodle. Sorry to interrupt, I'm answering the questions from VLab. Unless you know how to transfer the data from your desktop to the VLab. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
Let me also note that group 1 can try the simulation. Everybody try to download it now.
Yes. We have only 20 simulations.
We
have only 20 licenses. So actually 20 of you will be testing now. Whenever we release the license, whenever we close HSpice, 20 other students can simulate.
Right.
So please download now the material. Then double click on the icon HSpice on the desktop, which is HSPU shortcut.
Basma, can you share maybe if you are a group of 2, if you are in group 2, Mira, you are welcome to if Miss Basma will be sharing, it's good for you to prepare things because this way you can do it faster at 11:30. But if you feel that you need to come back at 11:30, it's okay. And I suggest you stick around, but not test the simulations now.
Yes.
Do you want to share your screen, Ms. Basma? Maybe it's easier for everybody rather than...
Yes. So this is the .sp file, ring oscillator and ring_oscillator. So here we're using the inverter that we designed last time as a sub-circuit today. Then when we are instantiating this sub-circuit or inverter 7 times, which is the ring oscillator chain, then we're performing a transient simulation from 0 to 1 nanosecond in steps of 0.1. And here we're adding a DC sweep, a VDD DC sweep, linear sweep from 1.2 to 2 volts on the supply voltage. After this, you see here 4 lines to measure. We're measuring what? We're measuring the delay, we're measuring the frequency, and the maximum current or the maximum power. Okay, so this is first .sp file. No.
Asma, I'm still seeing a grade content. I saw first .dll files, and now I'm seeing a grade content.
Oh, it's not sharing the screenshot.
Oh, maybe it is not sharing the screenshot, yes. Bashar, you are asking which VLab? There is VLab.
EECE labs, please. Not the MSFEA.
EECE VLabs?
Yes.
Yes, we will go a bit slower, Sami. I know that we are not seeing the screen.
I will go.
If you can type in the chat group which labs, it is it
Yes,
would be helpful
I
for
will. I will. Yes. Okay, so it's the EECE labs. What I will do like, actually, I will do the same as you. So I will log into Moodle from my VLabs. So I will share my screen with you.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
can you
so
see it?
now we see a black screen
Yes.
still.
So actually, I'm trying to log into Moodle from my VLabs.
Yes, now I'm seeing a Chrome, but it still doesn't show how you are logging in.
Actually, this is what it's slow. It's not live. So you see it, but actually after 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm trying just to log into Moodle in order to download the material.
Okay, so as you log in, Omar is asking which file do we put in EECE?
Okay. Download the EECE project material, and then the first one that we will insert it is the .sp file, but you can go with me step by step. It's easier for all. ما بيكون حدا عم يسبق, please.
Okay, the star.sp file. Okay, which link is not working, ya Zahra? Kevin, which link is not working? So for Zahra, we want to go to log into VLabs. The VLabs, what is the full link for VLabs, Miss Basma? EEC labs dot
No, the usual
vlabs.aub.edu.lb.
Yes, and then it will give you 3 options: EECE labs or MSFEA labs or undergraduate. So we select EECE labs.
Okay. Okay, so let me type it for them. I don't know why my chat is not showing. So it is vlabs.aub.edu.lb. And then you select EECE labs.
Yes.
Okay. And then vlabs.aub, let me double check why it is not working. I'll double check myself.
I'm now connecting. I'm connecting to ECE labs and it's working.
Okay, so this link here, Kevin. Hide the link. You need to use https://vlabs.aub.edu.lb. And then you select EEC labs. Okay, maybe go into Google as Sami mentioned. Okay. And then pick EECE labs. And then after that, go to Moodle if Zahra was checking. And then in Moodle, pick the EECE material.
Yes, EECE_project.
And then pick the .sp file. Okay. Okay, thank you, Ms. Basma.
So,
do the files get deleted when we log out? No.
yes, when you log out, if you save them on your desktop on VLabs, it will not be saved. Yes. But don't worry, since they are on Moodle, so we're not adding anything today.
Okay, so the files are available for you. Now just to try them.
And the .sp file that we'll be testing is not the inverter, since we have 2 in this folder. It's the ring oscillator.sp. So I send it now in chat. Maybe I send it to everyone.
So they only need to download the SP file, no other files, right?
No. Actually, they need to download the 4 files, everything. And the one that we will be simulating right now is the ring oscillator.sp. You don't need to open it, Zahra. We don't need to open it. We will go to HSpice and include this .sp file. Can you see my screen?
Yes, now we can see.
Okay, so now I will try to simulate. I opened HSPU, which is the graphical interface of HSpice. I will browse, I will select the file that I downloaded from Moodle, HSpice material. Okay, and here I will select the ring oscillator.sp. Then I will click on simulate.
Okay, it's slow, a little bit slow, yeah, بس mouse.
Okay, I will repeat, I will go slow. Yes, slower, yeah. So first, browse. You know, to go to the folder downloaded from Moodle. And here you need to select the ring oscillator.sp file. Then go to the folder downloaded from Moodle and select ring_oscillator.sp.
Yes, you browse in the input netlist, Johnny.
Yes. I will click on open. You will see it here in the input netlist file. You will see the path of my ring oscillator netlist. Yes, Zahra from HSpice. After this, try to simulate. Click on simulate.
هلا نحن we are still seeing it. Now we see the ring oscillator.sp and you're clicking open. Now Jana is saying we don't have license. Jana, it could be because many of you are logging in at the
yes.
same.
It is slow. We will have only 20. So if you open later on, you'll not get a license, but it's fine. So whenever we finish, you can release the license. Others can try.
هلا we are recording also. So for those of you, you can repeat it at home as well after we are done.
Can you see? Yes, you press simulate, please, Johnny. Press simulate. I will show you again what happens when I simulate. So it's creating my list file, my output file. And to make sure that my simulation is correct, I will open the .list file. I don't know if you can see this output file now on my screen. No.
بعد ما شفنا بس اللي بعدها معلقة على ال input netlist file, output listing file, browse. We still cannot see the.
Yeah, it's delayed actually, that's why.
Yeah. Okay, now we see the ring oscillator.
Yes, so this is the output file. Okay. So this is my output file. Okay, if it says that the job is concluded, it means it was successful, my simulation. So now I can check the waveform.
هلا Samer is asking what do we do after pressing simulate?
You can, just to make sure that the simulation was successful, you click here on the edit log file from HSPU graphical interface. There is here an edit log file, the blue icon, edit log file.
Okay, many are asking how did we get the output file?
Yes, I'm showing it actually on my screen, but it is slow, so you will see it in 1 minute maybe. So it's here. We have edit log file. If it said job aborted, mainly it's related to the license. If you check, it should mention the license, so it's fine, you can try later. For those who got the license, please check in the edit log file. The job should be concluded.
Now we see it.
Okay.
هلا whoever got the job concluded fine, how can I say release the license for the others?
Actually, it's automatically released.
بس توقف السيميوليشن.
Yes, whenever we finish the simulation, automatically we release the license, so others can try now.
لو الGUI is open, okay.
So now to check the waveform, I will press on wave view, the wave view icon.
Which is which icon number from the?
It's icon number 4, starting from the left after the simulation.
يعني بعد الedit log file أو؟
No. تحت عم بحكي حد السيمulation icon.
Okay, I see
There
it.
is a wave view, so we click on it.
Sorry, yes.
Check the output. Yes, wave view, Johnny. On the left side, you will see a list of all the signals that we have. So since I have a chain of 7 inverters, I have my input, then outputs 1 to output 6. If I double click on output 6, V out 6, you will see that I have out 6, yes, V out 6. Double click on V out 6. Layal, you click on wave view to open the waveform. So there is an icon after the simulation icon. On the right side, you click on it, and then on the left side of the waveform graph, you will have a list. You expand, you will see the list of all the available signals.
Jana, it could be possible because your simulation did not complete, you did not get the outputs.
Yes, you need to resimulate, then open the wave view. Once you get a job concluded, then you can see the waveform.
Layal, you don't see the circuit, you see the waveform only.
Jana, you had job concluded, and here on the left side, you mean you don't have the list of graph. You need to expand. في هون plus صغيرة, a small icon. You need to expand the list to see all the signals. You should have a list of اسمها D0 ring oscillator .tr0 on the left side.
Tim is saying the edit log file is not opening.
Log file بيفتح. There is no reason, even if you don't have a license.
Johnny is asking which voltage should we choose?
V out 6, double click on V out 6, which is the last output of the chain.
Okay, thank you, Karim.
Then you click on top level. I'm writing the steps. Okay, so you expand the list, then you click on top level, you will see the list of all the signals starting from VN, V out 1, V out 2, etc. until V out 6. If we double click on V out 6, you will see this graph. Can you see my output, my V out 6?
We see multiple outputs actually.
Exactly. Why do we have multiple outputs actually? Since I'm doing a VDD sweep, so for each VDD value, I have a different output. So those colors means for each VDD, you have a different output. Now, to check the measurements, is it fine till now?
Yes.
Okay, so now check the measured values of the delay, the frequency, and the maximum current. I will go back to the folder downloaded from Moodle. If you go to your folder, you will see that there is a new file with an extension .mt0. So you go to your folder and you select.
We still don't see the text file. Now we see you open the folder. We see that there is empty zero.
Okay. So you open the .mt0 file. I will open it as a Word document. So you will see here the list of you will see a table actually. So I have a table since I'm doing a sweep on VDD. For each value of VDD, I have the measured delay, the measured frequency.
Ms. Basma, we still see the Word document opening, so maybe it will be.
Okay.
Okay, now we see it. Now we see it. Okay.
So here I have the list of all the measured parameters. For each value of VDD here, from 1.8 to 2, I have the first value is the delay. في حدا عماد عم يسألني how to open the MT0 as a Word document. Just right click open with and you select the word.
Always notepad إذا عندكم بس الوورد أحسن.
بس النوتباد بيفرجيكم إياها كلها على same line, so it's not easy to understand the values. With the document file بيفتح كتable. That's why.
عم بقول not an option عماد عندي.
Okay, it's with notepad, but you will see all the values will be given on the same line, but in the following order, يعني delay, frequency, then IMAX. So I will repeat for each value here of VDD. For example, 1.2, I have a delay of 0.5 picoseconds. Then I have a frequency of 8.5 gigahertz. And 4.3, 0.4 milliamps as maximum current. So here you have to record those values in the table given in the project description. So all you have to do actually is just to simulate, then open the .mt0 file and record the measured values of the delay, frequency, and IMAX for each value of VDD. Is it clear? Okay, so for the other parts of the project, you have to change the length of the chain or change the width and length of the transistor inside the parameter. In those cases, you can use exactly the same .sp file and you have just to modify it. Okay?
So maybe we can show them where do we record our values?
In the project description, there are different tables, so you have to fill in those tables.
Now, temperature, you should not worry about it, Johnny.
Yes, if you see in my simulation results, temperature is all the time 25. I'm not sweeping the temperature, so it's by default, it's taking the room temperature.
Sammy is asking, is this the same group as project part 1?
Yes, but today we're simulating individually actually. But for the submissions, yes, you can work with your partners. As I told
This is
you,
related to part 2. Part 1 was literature review. You will work as the same groups as part 1. يعني بدالكم نفس الجروب و you submit together. So actually you can divide and conquer. حدا بيعمل simulation part حدا.
yes.
Noor is asking how does this relate to the literature review part? Noor, the literature review is more advanced. This is not related. It is more for you to continue something that you have done before. بس to get familiar with simulation. نحن درسنا ال ring oscillator بالصف. Okay, Kevin is asking, but I mean that the two parts are not related. Yes, it is not related because it is too complex for you to simulate stuff related to part 1. And because we don't have a midterm, it is more for you to do something practical so that we can give you a grade on the project in addition to the embedded exercises. Okay. طيب. هلا Miss Basma, if we can show them where they can change وين ببين الويدث واللينكس وعدد التشينز بالنتلس.
So I will close this. I will go back to the .sp file. So if you open the .sp file, ring oscillator.sp, let's say I want to change the chain length. So I will come here and I will copy this line. I know it's slow, so I will go step by step.
Yes, while it is opening, بس I will add one more thing لأن بعد ما بينت عنا for the students. This is related to the transient analysis which we will explain a bit later. نحن شرحنا بالصف إنه كيف الرينج oscillator بيعطينا oscillation لأنه odd number. ورجعنا حكينا عن الأترامثال كيف هي even number and it stores the data. The measure statements that you have here and how the delay changes with VDD and the power will be related to the material that we will study next. So as we explain the delay and the dependence on VDD, and you will get to relate this material to the material we are studying. هلا حدا عم يسألني إذا عنا small quiz on Monday. Yes, it will be on the basic inverter DC. I will send you an email about that. Kevin is also asking, we open it in Notepad as usual.
Yes, as usual, yes. Can you see now my .sp file, my netlist? Okay, perfect. So let's say you need to change the length of the chain. You have just to copy this line, X7, output 6, with the inverter. So I'm just adding a sub-circuit to increase the chain length. أعمل copy هذه line, then paste, and I will change the name of the sub-circuit. I will call it X8. Then the output will be output 7.
اوكي سو بس ما هلا عم نشوفهم. X7 عملتي لها copy.
Yes.
عملتي X8 تحتها.
Exactly.
عملتي output زيادة اللي هو out 7.
Exactly. So I'm naming this output 7. I'm connecting this inverter to the next one, which is out 7. And in X8, I'm doing the feedback to my first input. So now I have a chain of 8 inverters. If I need to continue, so again, I will copy this line and then I continue. I will call it X9 now, related to output 8, out 8. Okay, so now I
هلا
have...
بين عنا out 7 كيف وصلتيها. اوكي.
Okay. So I will wait. تبين عندكم. Exactly. You will see X7 will be now connected between out 6 and out 7. Then I added a new sub-circuit X8 connected between out 7 and out 8. And the last one, X9, should be connected between out 8 and the input to do this feedback.
هلا بالprinting كمان بدهم يزيدون.
Yes, you have to change the name as I did now.
Yes.
Now I will show you if you want to change the length and the width of the transistors. You can see here in the sub-circuit description of the inverter, you have L equal to and W equal to. So you have, all you have to do is simply changing here the width of the inverter.
So while it shows بس I want to note to them إنه بعدها frozen screen.
Yes.
على المجر إنه المجر statement also we will modify delay ليكون من VN لآخر output اللي هو
Yes,
output.
لآخر output. If you have 9 inverters, it would be between 8 and the inverter and the input.
هلا بين عنا نحن وين بنغير ال L وال W.
Okay.
بس عم قله لسامي إنه you can add the last output to the print and the plot ليبين عندك.
Yes, you need also to add them in the list of plots. Yes.
Okay, now we see that you changed W for the inverter.
Yes.
Johnny, I will repeat what I said. I said no. If you want to see the signal, you need to change بالplot statement.
You add the name.
بدل out 6 تحط out 8 أو the new output. ونفس الشيء بالmeasure statement كمان.
Yes, exactly.
اوكي هلا جروب 2 عم يسألوني إنه هن بعد ما بلشوا. So maybe group 2 can start
They can
now.
join. Actually, we're done now with group 1. So I showed everything that you have to simulate. Again, the netlist is given. All you have to do is change only the length of the chain or change W when you need to fill in the second table in the project description.
Okay, so هلا لجروب 2 اللي ما بلشوا يعملوا simulation.
Yes.
Which one is W and L يا سامي؟ مبين عندك two transistors اسمهم M1 and M2. two transistors M1 and M2 عندهم L equal و W equal. Okay. And here you define the length and the width of the devices. Okay. So اثنيناتهم إذا قلنا لك غير L بدها تتغير لاثنين. إذا قلنا لك دوبل ال W بدك تدوبلها لاثنين. الفوقاني هو P channel أو PMOS والتحتاني هو N channel أو NMOS. Okay. Okay. So هلا yes true سامي true because it's an inverter. So now we need to let group number 2. You all downloaded the EECE files. Maybe you can try the simulation.
Okay, so if you have already the files, did you download them from Moodle? Yes, Zahra, we will repeat the steps now for group 2. So for group 2, you have to download the EECE project material from Moodle, save them on your desktop on VLabs. Then if you downloaded them from Moodle, you can go on the desktop, you have the HSpice shortcut, which is HSPU, graphical interface of HSpice. You double click on it. Then
Okay,
the netlist that we'll be simulating today is the ring oscillator netlist. So it's called the ring underscore oscillator.sp. So the netlist is the ring oscillator.sp file. If you open it, it's something like this. So here I'm describing the inverter, which is used today as a sub-circuit. Then we are designing a ring oscillator chain of 7 inverters. Each one is connected to the next inverter, and we have a feedback between the last inverter and the input. After this, here in this line, we're performing a transient simulation from 0 to 1 nanosecond in steps of 0.1 nano. And at the same time, with the transient simulation, I'm adding a DC sweep on supply voltage, VDD. So I'm doing here a linear sweep between 1.2 and 2 volts. And I'm measuring 4 different parameters. I'm measuring the delay, the period, the maximum current, and the frequency. Can you see my screen? Can you see the SP, the .sp file?
Yes, now we can see the SP file.
Okay. So now I will go back to HSpice. I will click on Browse in front of input file, input netlist file. I will browse. You go to the folder downloaded from Moodle and you select here the ring oscillator.sp. Did you include the .sp file? Please confirm so that we can continue with the steps. Okay. Okay. So browse, we insert the .sp ring oscillator.sp file. Then we will simulate this netlist. So you have to click on the simulation button, the blue simulate button. If you click on it, it will simulate the file. Then to make sure that the simulation was successful, I will click on the edit log file. So from HSpice graphical interface, I will open on edit log file. In this file, at the end of this file, if you find that your job is concluded, this means that the simulation was successful. If not, if your job has been aborted, most probably because you don't have a license, so you can try later. Mira عم تقول إنه she's not finding HSpice on VLabs. Make sure to enter EECE labs, VLabs, okay? Not MSFEA. After the simulation, you open the edit log file. So first, you have to click on the blue icon, simulate. Then, to check if your simulation is correct, you go to edit log file, you open this log file, and at the end of the file, you will find job concluded.
I'll be away for a minute, بس.
Okay. Okay, so if you find in this file that your job was concluded, this means that the simulation was successful. So now we will see the waveform graph. To open the waveform graph, you have to click here on wave view. So click on wave view. This is to see the shape of the signals. So if I click here, it will open the custom wave, the graphical interface. As you can see on the left side of the custom wave, I have a ring oscillator .tr0. So if I expand this and then I click on top level, it will display the list of all the available signals. So you have to click on ring oscillator .tr0. Then you click on top level. I know the stream is still lagging. That's why I'm writing the steps too. So let me know.
Okay, so
if you can hear me, just follow the steps. It's straightforward. So I'm writing also the steps. So whenever you open the wave view, if you click on the wave view icon, you will see here on the left side of this window, we click on ring oscillator .tr0, then we click on top level. I will see here the list of all the available signals. If I double click, for example, on Vout 6, you will see the last output, the output of the last inverter in the chain. And why do we have many colors or many curves here? Since I'm sweeping VDD, so for each value of VDD, for each value of the supply, I have a different output, which means different delay and different frequency.
Mia is also saying she is having the same problem as Arena.
You cannot not log into VLabs, you mean?
I'm asking them to send email with error message to the IT.
Yes. في حدا عم يسألني كرمال H spice عم يقول لي many colors كيف بنعرفهم؟
Now the different colors are for the different VDD. Mahetin also. Did it fail just now? Did you log in before? Mahetin? Anybody, Mahetin or can you type back? It is logging in on MSFEA, but ECE Lab, it is not working. In the beginning of the session, Mira, did it work to the ECE Labs? Okay, Mahedin is saying I was logging in, but it didn't work. Okay. No, I logged it, clicked on it, and then it came out.
Mahedin, do you have on MSFEA, do you have H spice on the desktop? No. Yes, I know that the IT added it to ECE Labs only, so.
Okay, so we have to send emails to the IT.
Okay, for the others, في علي كان عم يسألني how to know each color إنه which VDD is it. So if you expand here, you have, if you can see my screen, on the left side, you have the list of the different outputs, the 5 different outputs with the colors and the value of each VDD. For example, it says that the green one is for VDD 1.2, the yellow is for VDD 1.4, the blue one is 1.6, etc.
وكمان فين يشوفوا السيجنال لو وين واصلة, so that would be helpful for them.
Yes.
In increasing order يعني.
Exactly. So now, how can we read the different measured parameters? If you go back to your directory, the folder downloaded from Moodle, so please go now to your folder. And here you will find, in this folder, you will find now a new file with a .mt0 extension. So you have a new file, اسمه ring_oscillator with an extension .mt0. In this file, you will find all the measured parameters, delay, frequency, period, and Imax for each value of VDD. So I will try to open this file as a Word document. Open it as Word. So just right click open with and select the Word application. Can you see the content of this .mt0 file on my screen or not yet?
Yes, now we can see.
Okay. So this is the measure. These are the measurements. So in the first column, we have VDD. We're sweeping VDD from 1.2 to 2 volts. And for each value here, you have the first measured parameter is the delay, which is here 0.5 picoseconds. Then the second one is the frequency, 8.52 gigahertz. Then you have the period, and you have Imax, which is 0.4 milliamps. So for each value of VDD, you have all the measured parameters. All you have to do is put them in the project description, in the table given in the project description. So you have to simulate your file, then open the .mt0 and record the measured parameters in the project description file. So this is table that you have in your project description, and you have already all the measured parameters given in this file. So you can record them now. We're done with experiment 1. Then for the remaining experiments, for example, for experiment 2, we're asking you to change the length of the chain. We'll go from 7 to 11, for example. How to do this? I will go back to my netlist. So if you open the .sp file, now I'm talking about experiment 2 in the project description.
Mhm.
So you open the ring oscillator.sp, and we will change the length of. Initially we have 7 inverters. I need now to add 5 other inverters. So I will copy the last line X7. I will copy this line. Then paste it here, and I will name my subcircuit X8, which will be connected between out 7 and out 8. I will add another line, exactly the same. I rename my subcircuit. I will name it now X9, connected between 8 and if you can see now my netlist, I have a chain of 9 inverters. So in the dot plot, I will also add V7 and V8. And in the measurements, I will modify. I will replace 8.6 out 6 by out 9 in my case. So this is for experiment 2. All you have to do is adding some subcircuits to reach the desired number of inverters in your chain. And then you will be measuring the same parameters.
For the period you don't need to change لأنه عم تقيسه من out 1 ل out 1. if you remember نحن فينا على الانبوت نقيس البيريد أو على أي internal node من حالة لحالة. أي قديش بتعيد حالة؟ أيمتى بتعيد البيريد؟ بس علي هذا question.
Which one, Ali? The .mt0 file, yes. The last column is IMAX, right.
So مانويل عم يسأل عن for delay frequency there are 2 values. Which one should we use?
No. في delay وتحت الفريكونسي. There are no 2 values. In the table you have, I will open again the table, the .mt0 file. Okay, is it clear? So you have the first value, 0.5 picoseconds is the delay. اللي تحت 8.52 gigahertz is the frequency.
So Sharbil is saying delay should be from in to out 8. True.
مظبوط.
And then
Yes. Yes.
the period.
So that's why we modified the delay here. If you increase the chain, you have to modify.
out 9 بالغلط يمكن out 8.
Yes.
It's a typo.
Yes.
Right. Thank you.
So this is experiment 2. In experiment 3 of the project description, to modify the width of the inverter, which means I'm talking about the sub-circuit here in the netlist. فوق في شيء اسمه dot sub-circuit inverter where we have two transistors, M1 and M2. So here you have to change the width of M1 and M2 according to the table given in the project description. So this is experiment 3. So here you have to change the width of the inverter. For example, the first one should be 6 micrometer and 14. So I come here and I modify. The PMOS should be 14. The NMOS should be 6. I save my netlist file and then I simulate. That's it. So for experiment 3, you modify only the inverter subcircuit width and length, width of the NMOS and the PMOS. And you have to fill in the table. So to summarize, experiment 1 is completely done today. So you have all the measured values. You can record them in the table. All you have to do is experiment 2 and 3. Just modify your netlist either by changing the length of the change or changing the width of the transistors in the inverter. Of course, if you have any question, you can email me. You have my email. I will send it again here. And we posted on Moodle a forum to support you in the project. So please make sure to use this forum. It's useful for others. So if you have a question, you can take a screenshot, post it on the forum so I can reply and all the other students can see it. Okay, so it will give some hints for others.
Okay, so we have a few questions here. Maybe Rashid is asking, do we keep the additional connections from experiment 2? It depends on the length of the chain. يعني إذا قلنا لك بدنا ما بقى أروي حسب السؤال يا رشيد.
Yes, you keep it. نحن عاملينها in this way. So نحن بإكسبيرمنت 2 طالبين منكم مثلا to do a chain of 11. بال 3 you will keep a length of 11 inverters.
Manuel was asking about إذا الامتي زيرو بتغير بنغير بنسيف new empty zero.
Yes, it overrides, but if you want to save it, you have to rename the folder, the file. لأن هو whenever you simulate, the tool will override the same file. So that's why I recommend to record directly the values.
Maybe we will send them an email today about the project forum.
Yes, I will send the name about, yeah, it's very useful, the forum.
So that if they ask the question, you can find the answers there as well.
Yes.
Okay, and I think that is it unless anybody has any questions. حدا عنده سؤال بعد لمس بسمة؟ For those who had IT problem, please contact the IT people. Okay, so I think I will stop recording at least now. And